Hey everybody, Steve the Amateur Historian in the quiet confines of the backside of the Walmart by where I work. There are freaks all over the place today. I was trying to video over the cemetery earlier and it's just someone just pacing back and forth and just screaming the whole damn time. There's some dude that I think is... Alright, looks like he decided to stay up there. Just a lot of disconcerting people out in broad daylight. Anyway, I'm trying to get from there over to the Max, because I'm heading over to a spot that I don't think I've been to since I moved out of Portland. A place that I've covered in multiple videos. I did a whole documentary about the history of the location, and it's popped up in videos I've done because I used to live right next to it, and I used to go to the Target there all the time to do most of my shopping. And that location that I'm talking about is Mall 205, or as it's about to become, Marketplace 205, as I understand it. I'm seeing a lot of, containers up here on the backside of the parking lot, so obviously something is afoot. But here's what's going down as I understand it. Mall 205 up yonder, been dying for years, dying a slow death. A lot of us, even people that enjoy walking through it from time to time, wonder how it still manages to stay afloat, at least independently of like the Target and the Home Depot, which usually do steady business. Well, just read yesterday morning, and I'm wondering if this information kind of just didn't get reported till the very end, because literally I knew nothing about it. I read about it. 5 minutes later, my girlfriend's like, hey, did you hear about Mall 205? So essentially what happened is some fellows, some personnel, some guys with some deep pockets apparently, dropped a cool, as I read it, $43 million to get their hands on this property. And they're gonna alter it greatly. Oh yeah, actually, honestly, a lot of this might be also in relation to, it looks like they're remodeling the Target, which makes sense. My girlfriend works at another Target, and she said that they're also remodeling there, so that actually might be what all this is for. It might be a combination. But yeah, apparently these guys got their hands on the mall here and more or less evicted what few businesses are left inside. Pretty much said by the end of March you need to be out of here, and that March 31st would be the last day that this place would function as a mall, as it's been known as since it began. And it's March 29th today. So we have just today, tomorrow, and the next day before I can only assume they're gonna lock the doors up and begin rehaul on the mall portion that runs from Target to the, I wonder if they're gonna keep the 24-hour fitness. It does good business and it's kind of off to the side, but aside from maybe that, the Target and the Home Depot, this is the the mall portion is reportedly going to be closed if after 2 more days. Opens at 9:30 a.m. So I was planning on speaking a little bit while I was inside, but there was music playing fairly loudly, so that just had audio block, copyright claims just all over it. So I ended up not talking that much, or not really at all, to keep that from happening, but I'll include titles with the video in reference to things that I feel need that. But yeah, you saw it's empty. And all the businesses, with the exception of I think like the Famous Footwear, looked like it was still open. Other than that, like all the other businesses outside of the Target and the Home Depot, well, and the 24 Hour Fitness, gone. And just to clarify, as my surroundings change. Now I don't know if we're dead certain that the mall is that is all going to be closed off. Probably never to be accessed as it is and has been for the last 50 plus years. I don't know for absolute certainty that is all going to take place March 31st. That seems to be the implication. So it's how I took it as I was starting this video and approaching the mall. The information I read said that Mall 205 will no longer function as a mall as of March 31st, and all the tenants between Target and Home Depot have been asked to leave. So that sounds to me like come the end of March 31st, all access to that middle portion, the mall portion, will be probably locked up, blocked off, and sit there until they decide to drastically alter it to allow the additions of a Hobby Lobby and a Burlington Coat Factory, as I understand it. So that seems to be the plan. Is, there's a lot of space in there not really being used, so they're going to pretty much alter that to make it into 2 more big store spaces, which in the end I feel like will probably make things more successful for the mall than they have been in the past, having 4 decent sized stores instead of 2 big stores and a whole lot of nothing in between the two. So that seems to be the plan. And so yeah, I don't know, maybe it'll work out, but yeah, based on the verbiage I read, it seems like after today's Wednesday the 29th, so after Friday, you won't be able to access that portion of the mall anymore. And that mall opened in 1970, had a lot of stores come and go. I've walked through those halls numerous times, and it's gonna be I haven't been there in a long time. I haven't really had any incentive to go there, but now that I know it's gonna be gone before too long, it, like anything, you start to miss something when it's gone. And so now I'm a little bit nostalgic for a place that I used to go to multiple times a week just to go to the Target. I was pretty much sick of being in the area when I was living up in Southeast Portland. But I'll miss it. And I think, only time will tell, but it seems like it's probably a logical thing to do, transfer that space into 2 bigger stores that are much more likely to have customers in them than what has lingered there in the past. But that is it. The end that we all knew inevitably was going to come at some point of Mall 205. So thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, as always, to like. If you haven't done it yet, like, share, subscribe, help my channel grow. You can also hit up my Patreon if you want to help me out that way. The link is in the description with this video, as well as the links to my Facebook, Instagram, Reddit subreddit page, and my TikTok if you want to venture over there as well. So one more time, thank you so much for stopping by today. If you have a chance, pass by Mall 205, send them your regards or your hatred, depending on how you felt about the place. And till next time, this has been Steve, the Amateur Historian.